I got into IT project management with zero experience and without a technical background. You can do it too. Let me show you how. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. How you all doing? I'm Oluwatosin Miriam. So a little background before we get into today's video. I'm a lawyer. I was called to the Nigerian bar in 2021. I'm sure some of you already know this, but sometimes in 2022, I transitioned into tech and I got into IT project management that way. So today I'm an IT project manager. So I'm here to talk to you about how you can get into tech in 2025, particularly how you can get into project management. So before we dive into how you can do it, I'm going to tell you how I did it, and then we'll dive into how you can do it. So for me, right from when I was in the university, I knew that I wasn't going to practice law for too long, particularly the whole litigation thing. I did not like the courtroom in Nigeria. Maybe it was just the Nigerian courtroom. If you watch series like Suits, How to Get Away with Murder, I'm sure you would want to be a lawyer. But trust me, that is not the reality, particularly in Nigeria. So I was doing my NYC. I was posted to a law firm, and it was from there I knew, I don't want to do this for too long. This is not. So it was from there I knew this is not something I want to do for like a long time. This is something I really want to like get out from. Yeah, I know I dedicated about 7 years of my life to this, but I mean, come on, what's the point of staying in a job or a career that you don't enjoy? So I just knew that I wanted to pivot. I wanted to transition into something else. And I've always had tech on my mind. So, the mistake I did was I did not calm down to do my research and find out the path I really want to go into. So I started watching a lot of YouTube videos on how to get into tech and all of that. So a lot of videos I saw spoke about how to get into software engineering. So in my head, I thought like that was the major part of tech. I thought that was the big deal. I didn't know that there were other parts of, okay, I knew there were other parts, like I knew there was UI, UX, I knew there was data analysis and all of that. But I thought that software engineering was the big deal. So I decided to learn how to code. I did that on Free Code Camp. I learned HTML, I learned CSS, and I was stuck at JavaScript. Anyway, so while I was doing that, I read a lot. During that time, I used to read a lot on this new career path that I've just decided to transition into. Mind you, I was still working at my law firm this period. So I read a lot about data privacy and protection. And in my head, I'm like, oh, this is something I would really love to do. I love intellectual property. This is something I would really love to look into. So I started reading about data privacy and protection. I took some courses on Udemy. I did virtual internship with Forage. Forage is a really nice place. You should check them out if you want to like take virtual internships. And it is not the kind of virtual internships where you have to apply and wait for a feedback. All you just have to do is register, enroll, and you're good to go. It's just like taking a course, but they call it virtual internship because they will give you a task, you're supposed to fulfill, submit your task, and move on to the next stage. So one thing I tell people when they are doing their virtual internships on Forage is please take it serious. The fact that it's just like you taking a course does not mean, oh, you just want to do it and get out of it. You would really learn a lot. I learned a lot on data privacy and protection with Forage. I won't even lie to you, than I learned with taking online courses. So as I was saying, I took the course on data privacy and protection. I took a virtual internship with Forage, and I started learning a lot about data privacy and protection while I was still doing my coding exercise on the side. So during that period, I saw like a graduate training role with a financial institution. So I applied. In my head, I'm like, okay, these people would literally just put me in legal department, but I would just do it because I needed a better job. And at the same time, I will still continue to learn my tech skill and improve myself and all of that. So as God will have it, when I was doing in my CV, I included the things I had done in tech, data privacy, and all of that. So as God will have it, when I was doing my interview, they asked me, oh, you finished NYC so period, and between this period and this period, what have you been doing? So I then sold myself, like I spoke about, oh, I've been learning some things in tech. I've done this, I've done that. I've done data privacy and protection. I've taken internships. I've built a website. I've done this, I've done that. They're like, oh, impressive. Why did you decide to leave law and pivot into tech? Then I sold myself. I'm like, okay, these days, like this period, technology is really at the forefront of our daily lives and all of that. So initially, I just wanted to learn how the law works inside with technology and all of that. Just sell yourself, basically. Just sell yourself, and that was why I decided to learn how to code, to see how this whole tech thing even works to begin with. And then I learned about data privacy and protection, which also has to do with an aspect of law, which is intellectual property. So I just looked for a way to connect everything and show them that, okay, this is why I was really interested in tech. No, not that I just decided to leave my career like that. Yeah, I wasn't fulfilled in my career and all of that. So I decided to just try something else, and I made sure that that something else was also in line with my educational background. So they were like, oh, okay, no problem, we'll get back to you, blah, blah, blah. So upon getting back to me, they called me for a second interview, and they were like, there's a tech academy that they will be starting. Since you've said you've done this, you've done that in tech, would you be interested in the tech academy, or would you be interested in the general academy and all of that? I'm like, no, bring it on, bring the tech academy on. This is an opportunity I've been waiting for. So bring it on, bring it on. So I joined the Tech Academy. They taught us everything tech, from coding to data analysis to software testing and so on, project management, product management, and a lot of that. So we're really hoping that, they would. So it was left to them to now to do the placement based on your area of strength. I honestly thought I was going to end up in engineering, like software development and all of that. But as God will have it, I ended up in IT project management. So it's been over 2 years now, and it's been beautiful. It's been beautiful so far. I can tell you, it's been a beautiful journey. I've learned a lot. I feel like I feel like this is where I should really be compared to software development, because trust me, I was still struggling with my JavaScript, and then they were bringing React, this one, that one. I'm like, how am I going to cope with all of this? How am I going to cope with all of this? But being in project management and having a foreknowledge of all those things like software development, software testing, and so on, it really, really helps my career. Like, it has been super, super helpful in my career. So now that was how I got into project management. So let's dive into how you can do it. How you can do it. So first of all, you have to do your research. Don't be like me. Don't just do a half-based research and start and hit the ground running like that. Yeah, I know it worked for me. I think it was just my determination and all of that. But I wish I had done a proper research. I would have just focused on one path, but I'm still grateful to God how it all worked out in the end. So to start with, do your research. No, that's what I tell people. A lot of people have reached out to me on TikTok, Instagram. Oh, they want to get into tech, they want to get into product management, they want to get into project management and all of that. But they don't know how to start. This is their background, this is that. Do your research, particularly when you want to get into project management. There are different types of project managers. There's the IT project manager, there's construction, there's events. There are different types of project managers. So there are different ways and different niche you can thrive in as a project manager. So do your research. Be sure of the type of project manager you want to be. And then after that, before you start taking courses, I would advise that you speak with people like who have gone through this path. You can look for people on LinkedIn, on TikTok, on Instagram. Just send them a message. Tell them, oh, this is what you are interested in doing. You like to hear their opinion. You like for them to recommend courses to you and all of that. Because a lot of these courses, some of these courses are paid. So that way, even if you have to pay, you are not wasting your money per se. So one course I would recommend for project managers, whether you want to be in construction, fashion, whatever, just go on Coursera and check the Google Foundation Project Management course. It is superb. One thing I like about that course is it's extensive. It is not something you can rush and finish. It takes you like 3 months. That's if you are even fast with it to finish. So there's no way you are going to take that course and then you will forget whatever you took or whatever you learned in that course. Like it's not possible. So it's extensive, it's in depth. It teaches you a lot about project management. It teaches you what project management is, different project management methodologies, where to apply them and all of that. Like you would learn a lot of project management frameworks and everything. So once you do your research and you're sure this is what you want to go into, some people that have reached out to me, by the time I tell them, do your research, these are the different types of project managers we have, this is what they do, this is what they do, they come back with, oh, I'm not sure, I think I want to go into UI UX. That is why I say do your research. Because some people think that every career is simple. Some people think project management is simple, just for you to gather people and tell them what to do. It's not easy. If it's just to tell them what to do, then you won't need a project manager because it's assumed that people should know what to do. This is what they are paying them to do. But guess what? People will not do what they are paying them to do. So it's tricky. So they come back with, oh, I think I want to be a product manager. I think I want to be a UI UX designer. I think I want to be a product designer. Uncle, do your research. Sister, do your research. Once you do your research, know why you really want to pivot into this career. Like, why do you want to go into this thing? For me, I told you mine was I did not like the courtroom. I did not like the fact that I have to wear wig and gown. I did not like the fact that a lot of senior lawyers in Nigeria are not nice. A lot of law firms are not nice. They will literally drill you for peanuts. So I just did not like it. I just knew that this space wasn't for me. And another thing for me was there are so many possibilities with tech. Like you can work anywhere in the world, right from wherever you are. Compared to law, it's possible, but like it's very slim because you have to be conversant with the law of wherever you want to work, and sometimes you might even have to get called to their bar and all of that. It's just a very rigid process. But with tech, it's very, very flexible. That's one thing I really like about tech, and that's why I felt like, okay, I want to get into tech. So moving on, after you've done your research, like I said, speak to people. Then the next thing is draw out a plan. These are the courses I want to take. I would advise you not to take more than 2 to 3 courses, particularly if you are going to take the Google Foundation in Project Management course. See, take that one and relax. If you are going to complete it, take it and relax. But while you are taking it as well, you can also go on Forage, like I said, look for project management internships. You will see with different companies, take like about two with different companies. And then I would always preach LinkedIn. Go on LinkedIn, update your profile, revamp your LinkedIn if you have to. There are so many opportunities on LinkedIn. I've gotten about, even when, funny enough, you guys, before I got my graduate trainee role, I got about 2 offers from LinkedIn for data privacy and protection analysts, but they were in the UK. So they thought I was in the UK. And the reason why was because, I said I did an internship on Forage for data privacy and protection. I did it with a company in the UK. So when I put it on my LinkedIn profile, they thought, oh, I did like an in-person internship with that company in the UK. So I was in the UK. So I told them and they were like, oh, they're sorry, they're not offering visa sponsorship and all of that. So it was from there my eyes opened that there are lots of possibilities on this LinkedIn. Like, don't waste it. Don't waste it. There are a lot of possibilities on LinkedIn. I've gotten about 2 offers for project management job as well, but eventually it didn't work out. But my point is, there are a lot of possibilities on LinkedIn. So go on LinkedIn, update your profile, revamp your profile, follow people in your niche, follow people that are well developed in your niche. For instance, in this case, project management, connect with them, comment on their posts, network with them. Don't just enter people's DM and say, I would like to connect with you after sending a connection request. I find that thing very cringe. Like, you sent me a connection request, I accept, and you're still entering my DM to say you would like to connect with me. Like, what did we just do? Go straight to the point. What would you like to hear from me? What would you like to ask me? But I would always advise that you don't just enter people's DM right away, right after connecting with them. Build a relationship with them, comment on their posts, like their posts. If they are the kind of people that don't post, you can now enter their DM to say, oh, you notice that they are like a leader in this area. They have quite a number of experience, this, that. You would love to learn from them. You are just pivoting into this career path. You would love to you would love for them to advise you and all of that. So just connect with people. And another thing, after doing all of this, revamp your CV. This is very important. What I had to do was I left that law CV. Like, I left it behind. I revamped my CV to reflect what I currently do, which is, I have an experience in data privacy and protection. I've done internships with this company. I have an experience as an IT trainee and all of that, so that when these opportunities come, they are not seeing legal associate, I drafted document and all of that. No, I left that behind. If I see an opportunity of, legal associate and everything, maybe tech, there's a way I will combine it and all of that. But for this particular role, I had to revamp my CV. That brings me to my other point. Tailor your CV for every role. I know this is not easy. It can be very annoying and very stressful. But one thing you just need to do is, for instance, you see a job role, this is what they are looking for, these are the skills they say you must possess. You have to add those skills into your CV. You would not just submit a general CV to every job role. In most cases, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. I know it can be stressful, but the race is not for the swift. It's not for the swift. So you have to really, really try. And then sometimes you can take up volunteer roles after you've done your maybe internship, after you've taken your courses. You can take on project management volunteer roles just to add these things to your CV. But don't let it be too long. If not, you might most likely get burnt out and frustrated. You can take up volunteer roles for like a month, learn what you have to learn, and move on. If they say, they still want to retain you, you can now tell them, you would like to be paid because you spend money on data, on transport, on this, on that. You can also start with internships. There are a lot of remote internships, there are a lot of remote roles and all of that. You can start with that as well, and eventually you can now start applying. There are a lot of websites where you can apply to different entry-level jobs, experience jobs, and all of that. So I think in my next video, I would be sharing some of these websites where you can apply for remote roles. I've tried some of them. Some of them worked, some of them did not work. Some of them you get to the final stage, and after that they'll just say, they are sorry they regret to inform you, their punchline and all of that. But my point is, at least it shows that these things work for you to even be able to get to like the final stage or the semi-final stage. So it shows that these things really work. And another thing I tell people is, particularly when you want to get into tech, don't limit your job search to just technical companies or fintechs. There are a lot of institutions that have a technical department as well, like a technology department where they need project managers, data analysts, and so on. So you can apply to this institution as well, but just know, you are applying for so and so role. And then from there, you can get into fintechs, you can get into technology companies and all of that. So that's it, guys. If there's anything you want to know beyond this, you can leave your question in the comment section and I'll be sure to answer them. I'll see you guys in my next video. Please don't forget to like, comment, and share this video. and most importantly, subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.